Hi, and welcome back to Your Autism Game Plan. I'm Joya Vanderlaan, a family nurse practitioner, a functional medicine specialist, and an autism mom. Today I'm here to tell you a little bit about supplements, vitamins, minerals, herbs maybe. It's a confusing world, especially if you don't know very much about it. Many supplements can be safe, somewhat universally, for our kids. There are some that might not be. I want to give you a very brief introduction to a few supplements that you might want to try with your child depending on what's going on, and also how you can determine where to buy safe supplements, ones that are pure and consistent and have in them what the labels claim to have in them. It's nice to be able to start some of these before you pay to see a functional medicine specialist. We all know that this autism journey, and especially the functional medicine or biomedical intervention piece of this journey, if you choose to do that, it can be a financial burden. And if I can help you to maybe get started on a few of these really rudimentary or foundational supplements before you pay out of pocket to see a functional medicine specialist, then by the time you decide to see somebody like that, if you decide, then you're already a few steps ahead of where you were and a few steps ahead of where they may expect you to be. And so then really you can take advantage of their expertise and get more bang for your buck out of what they then can help you with. One question that I hear a lot is, how do I know what's going to be safe for a child, for my child? Generally, the supplements that I discuss in these videos are going to be pretty generally safe for kids. And for autistic children, and of course helpful for autistic children as a general rule. Now, of course, if you are concerned or you have questions, do your own research. Sometimes it's helpful to ask the pediatrician or family provider. However, many times they are not familiar enough to be able to guide you well, which is part of the problem with our general traditional medical system, is that there's not a lot of education about supplements, about nutrition, about integrative medicine in our traditional training. And so if a provider doesn't have that knowledge, they're unlikely to be able to share any value with you in terms of guiding you on supplements. Patients and friends, family often want to know what brand of supplements I prefer. So I have a few things to say about that. The FDA does not monitor the supplement industry, meaning there's no required testing or regulation surrounding supplements. So really then we're counting on the company, the honesty of the company, and trusting them to put out a good, pure, consistent, efficacious product. Now, the reason that I trust the companies I do is because I know that they submit their products to a third-party lab, so a lab that is not invested in this company's success or failure. This third-party company lab, they test the supplements for purity, consistency, potency, contaminants, that kind of thing, and then give a report back to the supplement company to make sure that that supplement and the ingredients in that supplement are pure and consistent and no contaminants and all of that together. And so that is what I'm looking for when I look for brands to trust. A few examples of brands that I use quite a bit of would be Pure Encapsulations, Metagenics, Integrative Therapeutics. Designs for Health I really love. They have a lot of really good quality products and products that are really easy for kids to take. So those are just a few of them. I do have a dispensary available. I'll put the link below in case you're interested. All of the products in my dispensary, in the Full Script dispensary, are third-party tested. So they are regulated and tested for purity and consistency and potency. The other question that I get asked quite frequently is, you recommended this one product. Can't I just get this at Walgreens, the drugstore, the grocery store, the vitamin shop, Costco? Can't I just order this from Amazon? Well, you could. I hesitate to recommend that though, because I don't know how these places are storing their supplements, and that's really important for certain types of supplements. For example, probiotics and anything with fish oil or other oils in it. And I also don't know, depending on the brand, what this company's testing process has been like. And so I don't know if that supplement is going to be pure and as potent as it says it is, and if it's going to be consistent from batch to batch. And then the problem becomes, if I've recommended, for instance, a certain B complex, does the brand that you bought online have the same doses of each of the B vitamins in the same forms as what I've recommended? And if you buy the one online or from the drugstore and it doesn't work, then was it because that combination that I recommended wasn't going to work, or was it because it was that supplement and it wasn't the same thing and the same ingredients, or it had contaminants in it, or wasn't as potent as it said it was? So I always prefer and feel confident recommending the professional grade, professional brand supplements to my patients because I know how they work and I know that they are pure and consistent and potent. I've compiled a list of my top 5 supplements that I find foundational and helpful and really important for kids, specifically kids with autism. The first is a product called VitaVessence. Designs for Health makes it. It's a multivitamin. It has a nice level of zinc in it and is a little bit fizzy and fruity tasting, so kids really like it. The second is the probiotic called Megaspore, and this is a really powerful, really nice probiotic. It is in a capsule, and so you may need to empty it onto some food for your child if they can't swallow a capsule. The third is liquid melatonin. Very easy to adjust the dose of this really nice tasting melatonin, and typically I even start off with only a fraction of a dropper full for the kids. Fish oils. Super important for inflammation and for brain health. Again, Designs for Health has a product called Omega Vale Smoothie. My favorite is the citrus flavor, but they have mango and lime as well. It's very sweet, but no sugar added, all natural sweeteners. And my kids actually ask for this one. And the serving size is about a tablespoon, so it's really nice. The last one is magnesium. I really like the magnesium from Designs for Health. Again, it's a powder, so easily mixed with anything, and the taste is very mild, and so it's easily mixed with water or the occasional juice or applesauce, and really helpful for things like constipation and calming and sleep. I hope this information has been helpful to you if you're thinking about maybe starting somewhere with supplementation for your child. These are all very basic supplements, very universally and generally safe, and can really benefit our children with autism, depending, of course, on what's going on. So even if you start by replacing the drugstore vitamin that you're giving your child with a higher quality multivitamin, you're headed in the right direction. You're not giving them those sugars, those fillers, those preservatives anymore. Thanks again for joining me on Your Autism Game Plan. Until next time, remember, be gentle with yourself. You're doing a great job.